In today's video, I'm going to share with you a brand new Google Maps iframe embedding hack that will certainly help your Google Maps ranking. My name is Chris Palmer, and in today's Google My Business SEO video, I'm going to share with you two effective techniques that will certainly help propel your Google My Business and Google Maps ranking. So I do not want to waste any time. I want to get directly into the video. Now, this is a massive localized upgrade to the iframing and embedding concept that I spoke about multiple times. Now, we know the power of authoritative domains utilizing iframes and embeds onto our properties. Now, we took that concept just a little bit further by injecting relevance into these frames. And let me go ahead and share with you exactly what I mean, and then we'll get into the localized, beefed up version. So stick with me here. So if we come over here and we click on share, and then we go to embed, I made a video on this about 2 years ago talking about injecting relevance into a frame. Now, if you take a look right here in between these two little, these little Pac-Mans, we can actually put keywords inside of this frame and it's going to get read by Google. Now, stick with me. I'm going to bring this over to Maps and Google My Business and you're going to absolutely love it. So stick with me. So if we put SEO keywords in here for SEO, they will be read by Google. You get the point. So if we take this frame and we were to put it inside of a website and then run it through snippets or any other tool, Google is reading this text and it's literally being counted. So if you take a look here, take a look at this frame. Here's the embed. And as you can see here, I wrote SEO keywords inside of the embed that will be read by Google. You can add density or more terms. So this is an iframe that we've injected relevance into. Now let's take this a step further, but before we do, I want you to understand the difference between text and anchor text, because there's a massive difference. So if you divert your attention over here to search engine land, and this is just an expansion on a patent that Google holds. You see, text is one thing and it adds density and relevance to a page, but it's not weighted as heavily as if we are utilizing anchor text. Much like an H1 tag on your website is not weighted the same as, say, the title. All right, so there's different weights involved here. So if you take a look at this, and you can have a brief read through here, this is called Google Patent on Anchor Tags and Web Crawling. Please have a look. And then also if you have a look at this particular patent held by Google LLC, they'll talk about a method and system for providing targeted documents based on concepts. Now, this patent is going to tell you about anchor text and how they pertain to relevance and why they're just that much powerful when sending a link or having a link on a page compared to just plain text. So please have a look at this patent right here. The difference between injecting text, all right, into our embeds is one thing. But when I take it a step further and now I'm injecting anchor text, it's a whole new ballgame. And that is the technique that I want to share with you now. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. So if we were to head over here to Google, and I'm sure you have a Google My Business listing, you'll search for your business name, and I'll go ahead and use mine for the sake of this video. So we will go to Google Maps. So you'll type your business name in and then head over to Google Maps. Once on Google Maps, you're going to be presented with multiple options. On the far right-hand side, if you're on desktop, I'm not sure about mobile, click on Share, and then there's two options here, Send a Link or Embed a Map. So just feel free to go ahead and click on Embed a Map, and I want you to bring this embed code over to a notepad. All right, so we're going to bring this over to a notepad. Now we have an iframe embed code from authoritative domain, which is actually our map of our business. Now, the same concept applies. We are now able to inject relevance into this frame. So if you take a look right here at these Pac-Mans, you can put your SEO. So for me, it would be SEO consulting, SEO consultant, SEO expert. All right, you get the point. Now we need to take this a step further. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this embed code and we're going to go ahead and put it onto this site here. But I want to take it a step further. Not only do I want to inject hyperrelevance into the text, but I want to inject hyperrelevance into the anchor text. Why? Because once you read these patents, once you read all these write-ups, you'll understand that anchor text is far more superior than just plain text on a page. All right? And they all play tandem together. So if we come back over here to Google Maps, we're going to go to the embed. But this time when we bring it over here to the page, let's go ahead and paste it on here. And let me show you how to inject anchor text into your embed. All right? So if you take a look inside of this frame code here, I want you to put your notice to the percentage sign and then the 20. All right? So if we go ahead and we take this and we do percentage sign, all right, and 20, we're going to put consulting. All right, we're going to put percentage sign 20. And we're just going to go ahead and put our keywords into the anchor text. And this is how we do it. Consulting, all right, and we're going to put consulting, and you get the point. But this is how we're going to inject it into the anchor text to get more weight for our embed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this frame, we're going to copy it, and then just so we can showcase this, I'll paste it in this one. We will duplicate. All right, bear with me here. So once we duplicate, we're going to go ahead and add this in. So now we have the two. Again, first, injection of text. Second, injection of anchor text. You can definitely utilize both. I've been testing this out as much as I can and doing mass embeds just to see, what's the push. And once I noticed that not only was it effective, but I'm actually seeing a little bit of gain in a relatively difficult niche, I wanted to go ahead and share it with you. All right, so I'm still playing with this, but I definitely wanted to let it out there, let you guys play around with it as well. So here, let me come back over here. Now that this is updated, we will grab this page. Let's just make sure that we have a relevant page here. Perfect. Now we'll go to our maps test. We'll come over here to our rich results, run the URL just to make sure that we are above par. We will wait for the analyzation of this page. Now that it's done rendering, I want to go ahead and share with you the two types of embeds. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this page here. So this is the rendered HTML of our particular page in question here, iframe. All right, so iframe, src. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Okay, so we have the same thing. Okay, so there's our first iframe. It's just naming it. Now, if we take a look here, we can see that we are getting the added benefit of the injection of the text. As you can see here inside of the embed, it has been rendered by Google SEO Consulting, SEO Consultant, SEO Expert. All right, so there's that particular piece. This has been injected into the page. Let's keep going down. So here's iframe again, and here, so this is an inlined iframe. So as we can see here, right inside the actual code or the anchor, we can see here that they are giving us credit for Chris Palmer Marketing, Consulting, SEO, Consulting, and Expert, and then Consulting again. And then this is right inside of the anchor text of this frame. What I want to go ahead and share with you today, this is certainly one of the most powerful embedding techniques that I've came across. Now that we've gone over the two types of Google Maps embed techniques, what I want to share with you is one of the most effective ways that you can start implementing. Again, if I'm able to get a press release distribution to 150 to sometimes 500 sites. So if I have a hyper-relevant, hyper-specific title about my brand, business, or service, the words inside the article, the press release, are hyper-specific. Then I have my embed, which obviously is going to be very specific. And then I top it off with my NAP. All right, creating unstructured citations with Google Maps optimized embeds On top of that, hyper relevant context, and then I have my title and my URL. Everything is optimized and hyper focused on these specific keywords in these particular areas. Very helpful for your business. You can also take the next step, and let me go ahead and just map out how that would work. So if I'm able to create multiple Web 2 entities, now Web 2 entities or Web 2 properties are websites that have usually good metrics, and I'm able to produce a website that has do follow linking on it, and I have full control. So this could be WordPress, this could be AWS, this could be Yahoo, this could be Weebly, and the list goes on and on. If I create 25 hyper relevant Web 2 properties that I'm utilizing as a mass embed and relevant hub for my brand, business, or service, not only am I able to push power over to my properties and internal pages, but I'm also able to create a embed ring. So my name is Chris Palmer, and if you have any further questions related to Google My Business, Google My Business SEO, Google Maps, anything at all, always feel free to go ahead and ask in the comments below, and I most certainly look forward to seeing you in the next Google My Business How to Rank in Google Maps video. Have a wonderful day.